Hey, what's up, everybody? Pen here. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and decided to record a video through OBS. So, for today's video, I'm going to be sharing some resources that I've used to get me to that next step, um, get that starter job in IT, and just move on from there, move up the ranks. So, what I have on screen here is Coursera. This is the Google IT Support Professional Certificate. But before I go over that, this is Coursera.org. Um, it's a place that you can get online degrees, you can find your new career, you can check into some enterprise stuff, and you can see what universities that they have to offer. So, for example, click on that, and it says access over 5,000 courses from leading universities and companies. So I'm just going over, quickly what's on the site. Um, However, Coursera is very nice. And the thing with it is that Meta is a very popular thing. And you can see you can gain professional certificates and you can build up your resume, build up your skill set, and you can make yourself more marketable and more valuable this way. I used it as a website to gain more knowledge. So type in Google IT support, and I did this before my A plus. I started this last year, September. I was taking my time with it, really. I didn't really finish until like March of this year because I was just taking it at a slow pace. I was taking my time. So you see here, it's completely 100% online, flexible schedule, no degree or prior experience requires, beginner level, and approximately 6 months to complete at a suggested pace of 10 hours a week. So what I like about this is that it's flexible. You can set your own pace. You can enroll for free. Coursera has like a 7-day trial period. I don't recommend that you take it and complete it within 7 days. After that 7 days, they can charge you up to $40. I believe they have different plans. They do have financial aid available, in case you cannot afford, the subscription. But as you can see, look at how many people are already enrolled. Um, that can be people that have already taken and completed the course or that are currently enrolled in the course. So it's just a nice way to brush up on some skills, get a refresher, and get introduced to things that you may have not have known about. It covers everything from customer service, um, even goes into some cybersecurity, Linux, command line interface, binary codes, wireless networking, installing programs, day-to-day IT support tasks. You can gain the skills to get an entry-level IT job, which is valuable. Now, I am nowhere near, sponsored by Coursera or any of the sources that I'm going to show. I'm just giving you some of the tools and websites that I've used, to get me to point A to point B thus far. That's all this is. And it's been a few people that have doubted this certificate or trash it, but it's all about selling yourself and it's about getting the knowledge at the end of the day. The certificates or certifications can definitely open more doors in the future, definitely, and it's going to get you that interview. But once you get that interview, it's going to come down to your interview skills. So ultimately, it's not certifications that get you the job. They can open a door, for the opportunity, but ultimately you get the job, and it's going to come down to your interview. So check this out. I'm going to have this in the description. You can see it's a total of 5 courses. You see IT security, defense against the digital dark arts, system administration, operating systems, the bits and bytes of computer networking, and technical support fundamentals. So it's a real nice course. I think the information from it is very valuable. You can earn credit towards your degree between these two programs here. They can add more in the future, maybe so, maybe not. And shareable on LinkedIn. And it's just something that I did, which is why I'm making a video about it and the reason why I'm recommending it. I don't have any Google jobs at the moment. I did get a job offer recently, and the only certification that I had on there was the Google IT support professional certificate, because I don't have my A+ completely, because I have Core 2, but I still have to get my Core 1. So it's all about practicing, learning, and applying these skill sets to what you want to do. Okay, so next I'll showcase this. This is CompTIA. This is their career path. So I'll leave this in the description as well. So this is their certification pathways. CompTIA isn't the only company or vendor that gives out certifications. You got Cisco, you got Juniper. Those would be more network focused. CompTIA is more like vendor neutral, and I'm heading towards the infrastructure path. So you see here, I'm currently studying for A+. After that, I take my network plus, get my security plus, and then from there, I only have to worry about renewing security plus when it comes to network plus and A, because this has higher priority over these two. Basically, how my instructor broke it down is that if I get security plus and I obtain network plus and A+, every 3 years I only have to renew security plus. From there, I'm going to go into infrastructure. This is where things get interesting, because I want to learn server plus. Definitely need Linux plus before I head to the cloud, either in Microsoft Azure or AWS, Amazon Web Service, and then cloud plus. So I'm hoping from this, and I will have to ask for some additional verification, that hopefully once I get all these every 3 years, I will only have to renew my cloud plus, which it will automatically renew my server plus and my Linux plus. So that's the goal, but I'm on the infrastructure pathway, so this is the path that I'll be taking, at least from CompTIA. So ultimately, I want to move into the cloud once I build my skill set, my experience, and once I get more certifications. So this is a resource called Cloud Academy, and the poster is Andrew Larkin, and this is Amazon Web Service. So essentially, once I work my way up to AWS, I'm going to be taking a few of these certifications. That's going to be specifically towards system admin. And then I'm going to do the same thing for Microsoft Azure. But when I did an initial job search, there's more cloud jobs dealing with AWS than Microsoft Azure. So AWS is very, very hot, and it's only going to get better from here on out. So I sort of have like my roadmap of what I need to do and where I'm going to be ending up at. And it's all about just taking one certification at a time, taking each step by step, learning the tools properly, and just growing from there. So these are some of the resources that I'm using to, build up my knowledge and my skill set, my resume up to this point. And it is very helpful. Now, I'm going to do this. Okay, so these are some PDFs. These are downloadable from the Google IT support course, but these are resume templates. There's 3 examples, and the reason why I like these because these are value. Just Google, just when you take the Google course, Google just don't leave you hanging. They give you job titles to search for entry-level jobs, and they give you resume templates, and they tell you specifically what to put in the template so that you can get past those HR filters and you can pass the ATS system, which is a system that's essentially, in simplest terms, is check your resume for those keywords. And how I think about it is if those keywords from the job listing or job description is not in your resume won't even get to HR. It's just going to like be down at the bottom. They're never going to see it. And you're going to get those automatic reply emails that says, we're moving on. That's generally how it works. You know, someone can probably explain it better than me, you know, that's actually in that field. But I'm talking about from a potential employee aspect. These are some of the things that you have to implement. So in this first resume template example, you see that you can have your LinkedIn, your email address, your city and state, and your phone number. You know, you can have like a summary, but you want to put projects executed and accomplishments. So you want to put in some value, some numbers, some percentages. You know, when you're working or you're building up your experience, you want to document things so that you can know what to put here. And plus, you can name your skills, your jobs, and your responsibilities. But as you can see, this is a resume template, you know, and then education. So Google shows you how you should put the certificate in your resume. Now, generally for an IT resume, like you will want your certificates or your certifications to be like up top, like before your work experience, but it depends. You know, this is just one template. And you will list your technical, like Linux, Windows, troubleshooting, networking, Active Directory, cybersecurity. So these can be terms or keywords that's on the job description. So what you would do is that however you will lay it out, you will put that in your resume, and then you would take key things that you know or research in the past, you will put on here, because you don't want to put anything that you don't know, only because if a recruiter contacts you or you actually get that interview with the IT director or hiring manager, anything that's on here, they are allowed to ask you about. So be sure when you are looking at job descriptions that you don't put nothing on here that you don't feel comfortable talking about. So you don't need every single keyword from the job description. You just need the major ones that you feel are the most important. And if you don't know it, research it, lab it up, apply it, put it on the resume, because it's just going to get past that HR filter and you're going to get more interviews or more potential interviews. And then you can do projects and additional skills, but it's cool here. So this is another template, pretty simple. The certificate or certifications is at the very top. There's no summary, very, very nice. Full name, email address, city and state, phone number, LinkedIn. They like that. Recruiters and hiring managers like that because it's a point of reference, and they can see your LinkedIn profile, which is a professional networking site, and they can get some more information about you. You know, like you actually have a LinkedIn profile, so that's a good thing. And you can list your operating systems, your networking, your languages, your soft skills. So this section here is what would typically be on a job description for IT. So if you have the skills listed, if you learned something, if you did something in your home lab or your virtual lab, you can put it on your resume. Like, it's legit. And at that point, when you get the interview, You would just have to be able to explain everything that's on your resume. I mean, like, that's the key here. That's what I'm getting at. List your experience, your education at the bottom, perfectly fine. Degrees at the bottom for education, certifications up top, or certificates. You can combine them, whatever the case may be. But this would be something, this is identical to my resume now, actually. It's not exactly identical because I'm using a different template myself, but I'm giving an idea of how it's structured, how it's laid out. This is how I would do it if I was looking for entry-level positions or a new position at that within IT. And this is another one. So you're kind of seeing what I'm getting at here, just while I'm showing these. And it's all about researching, putting in the work, getting used to seeing what's in those job descriptions and applying on the resume, researching it up, labbing it up, applying, rinse and repeat. My resume have changed quite a few times. It has different versions. So it took me a little bit of effort, time, and research to get to the point where I was receiving callbacks and I was actually getting those interviews. So the job offer that I'm going to sign soon is going to be with a small business company that was founded this year, 2022, and I'm going to use it for experience. Clock in, clock out, put in overtime if needed, be a value of the company, and move on, to bigger and better things. So, that's what it's about. So I didn't want to make this extremely long, but hey, I had to get this one out. But I just want to share some of the resources and tools, that I've been using. And this has definitely helped. And you have any questions, I'll be doing like a part 2 to this for sure, because I can't cover everything in the video. It would just be impossible. And I'll do a follow-up to this for sure. And if you guys have any questions or if you like what you're seeing, hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe if you like what you see on this channel. And I'm gonna just get back to work, keep grinding. Catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.